Awesome, awesome. Well, first off, I want to welcome everybody to the call. Welcome everybody to the end of 2020. You know, end of 2020. 2020 has been a very, very different kind of year. We've all been through some different kind of things. But the great thing is that we went through 2020. We didn't stay in the mess, right? We keep it moving, keep it going, keep it growing. And I also have to say, congratulations just on everything that you've accomplished, on every little thing that built you up in 2020. We got to say congratulations, because who can agree they had some different kind of hurdles in 2020 that they was not expecting? Who can say they had some things that pop up like, man, this was not on the agenda when I set my goals at the beginning of the year. We can all admit that all that happened, but through all of that, I'm sorry, I still gotta let people in. Hold on, let me find some co-hosts, right? Through all of that, we're still able to accomplish some things. We're still able to make some things happen, still able to be a blessing to a whole lot of people. So on my agenda, the first thing I wanted to do was to be sure that we celebrated all the wins, the small wins, the big wins, that we actually even celebrate the grind. You know, the things that you got to do just to make it happen. And the grind is some of those things that, the thing about the grind is those things that people never see. They never see what you're going through when you picking up the phone at home by yourself, when you making calls, when you inviting people out, when you're going through the process. People never see the grind, but the grind is what creates the success. So if you have something that you grinded for, so we're going to talk about the big ones, the small ones, your personal wins, your business wins, just so we'll know some of the things that you were proud of that you might have never gotten the recognition for because nobody knew, but it made you feel good in yourself. I want to celebrate some of those, right? I'm gonna give you a good example. One of the things I want to celebrate is my credit score went to 823. Like, that was amazing to me. I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think that could happen, but that was like a win for me. Like, man, that's you, boy, you all right. I mean, you ain't all that, but you all right. You know what I'm saying? That was a personal thing, right? I'll give you another personal one, right? When we started doing the pandemic, I'll be totally transparent. I was not very good at video. I'm still working on it right now. Video was not my thing. But if you put me in front of somebody on a stage or in a living room, let me let you know, it's going down. Oh, they getting in. They getting in the living room. If I'm okay, so all y'all have seen me. Who's ever seen me do a presentation on stage? Give me a thumbs up. You ever seen the presentation on stage? Let me let you know, they getting in. Okay, it's something different when I'm talking to people on stage because I get to read the people. I get to understand what they feel. But on video, I'm like zoned out. I can't see what's going on. So I had to just work on it. I could have just waited. Could have said, well, let me just, we'll be eventually we'll be back into the house, but I'm just waiting on my business. So I was proud when I started getting better at video by seeing the results after the video, not just by me being comfortable doing it, but by the results that came from it. When people getting in, people say, yeah, I like it. It makes sense. I love it. He was real, when I'm getting the feedback on it. So those are personal wins for me that y'all might not know was personal for me, but those are personal wins for me. Who else got something that they did this year that they're proud of for just stepping up and making it happen that people might not know, might not be a big deal to them, but it's a big deal for you? And we can't take all of them, so you better jump up quick so you can get yours in.
Hey, Chuck, this is Mo Johnson.
Mo Johnson, let me find you real quick, Mo. Go ahead, Mo.
Yes, sir. I wanted to say I'm actually a criminal justice major, and I never ever just thought about a career or anything, personal development, finances, and I decided that this is something that I want to do. I want to be full-fledged in the financial world, so that's what I'm working on doing. I decided to make a full-fledged career out of financial services. So
come on now, y'all. Let's give it up for that. Let's give it up. Give it up. Awesome. Who else got something they proud of that they got done in 2020 they want to share with everybody?
Yeah, I do, Chuck. I have two.
Okay, let's go.
So my first one is I stepped out of my comfort zone and did like you and got on video and presenting. It was actually one of my goals for this year, but I didn't expect to be thrown into it as 2020 did. And then second is getting through all of the maxes, finally getting my private reserve account, like I always say, and just having that plan in place and really seeing my future and my goals manifest. It just feels amazing.
Awesome. Let's give it up. Yes, who else we got?
Tracy.
I was just saying,
Go ahead, whoever that was.
oh, you can go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm actually extremely ecstatic that I paid attention to my own financial situation, and actually I wasn't thinking about it, or I wasn't responsible, I should say, with all the income that I actually have at my fingertips to learn what to do with them, how to do it. And when I joined, I actually made my first goal, which was to win the first contest. I love contests. but I appreciate it. Now I understand more about the value of money.
Of your milk. There we go. Awesome. Right. Who else got one?
I was just going to say, just jumping into it, realizing that I need to do something different because I'm coming up on the age of retirement, but I need to put something in place. Matter of fact, I should have had something in place a long time ago. But right now I realize it's not too late if I stay on the road to opening up some cash flow for me, because my job is not going to do it. That 401k definitely won't do it. So I got to be the one in my family to change everything.
There we go. Any other personal success, big or small?
So Chuck, while we're doing this, while we capturing these, put it in the chat too, so we'll have a log, because I think we still owe ourselves a party. This is gonna have to be at the beginning of next year.
We like to celebrate. We like to be in the party.
Like our memories from right now, somewhere around the 27th, the 1st, the 2nd, we usually have that kick off the year party, blue lights in the basement, something like that. Put it in the chat so we'll know what to celebrate when the Boom Boom Zoom comes back online, because it Boom Boom Zoom part 3. It's coming up soon in January. So put it in the chat, just in case we don't get to it while we're sharing now. But keep going, keep it rolling.
All right. We got a few more minutes, few more seconds on this. Who else got one they want to celebrate? Let's come on now. Don't be shy.
I got one. I won't be shy today, maybe a little bit. So this is Stephanie from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. One of the biggest things I did this year was just to team with MWR Financial. From the benefits I've been able to get from this, I've been able to help so many people, because from where we're from, everybody has a complaint of paycheck to paycheck or not being able to get to the next level, system always holding us down. And when I was able to find a group of people that was able to help them come up from that, winning all day.
Come on now. There we go. It's about being that blessed for other people. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. Anybody else?
This is Chantel from Atlanta. Oh, go ahead.
Go Chantel.
Oh, that's Miss B. Thank you, Miss B. This is Chantel from Atlanta, and I'm just grateful to be in a better position of learning and being educated on how to get a better control of my finances. Because I'm trying to get on the other side of finances. And this group has really, really helped me. And this business has really helped me. And I thank you all for your leadership. And I call Mr. Richard Harden my coach. So I think all of you all are my coaches right now. So thank you for saving me.
Awesome. Awesome. Because sometimes you gotta.
And my last thing, I'm sorry, I learned that ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice.
There we
you
go.
taught me that, coach.
There we go. Let's take two or three more so we can keep it moving. Who else we got? Y'all not happy with stuff? We can't celebrate if we don't know.
Deidre's here.
Deidre, what's going on, Miss Deidre?
So for me, biggest accomplishment was starting my own business. I've always been an employee and never even thought about having a business up until now. So doing that, and then just talking to people, because normally I'm very quiet to myself, very reserved, but just kind of my comfort zone and just even allow myself to be part of a team and talk to others has been a huge accomplishment for me.
Awesome. Yes, indeed. And you're doing an amazing job of that too. I would never know that you was shy and reserved, because I'm kind of shy too. So
you're shy, Chuck.
Yeah.
That's why we call you Hollywood. You're so shy.
Exactly. I don't know why they call me that. I'm so shy and reserved. I'm not sure where they get that from. All right. Anybody else? Let's get one more. Anybody else?
Hey team, Rhonda Bell. I'm driving home about 30 minutes away, but I'm very proud of myself because Chuck, you snatched me out of my comfort zone. And initially I didn't want to come off the porch, but after talking to you a few times, those late night conversations. I feel better about reaching out to my team and just trying to hold myself accountable. So I just thank God for you and Richard and Sean and Brian Bean.
Also, that comfort zone, that comfort zone is where a lot of people love to stay. I promise you, everything you want is right outside of that. And as soon as you step out, guess what happens? Your comfort zone grows. So you got to continue to step forward. You got to continue to come out that comfort zone. And any success that you have, whether it's big or small, or whether it would not mean anything to anybody else, it meant something to you. So when you're looking back on 2020, you got to look back at that stuff and make you be like, you know what? I did do that. You know what I mean? I did handle that. I did, accomplish that. I did, pique interest. I did meet 2 new people a day. Whatever it is, you got to celebrate that because you grow upon that, right? If you don't acknowledge it, you could shrink back down. But now that you know, I did a co-host on a webinar. I could probably host a webinar. I could, I did pique 2 people interest a day for a week. I could probably do that for 2 weeks. Whatever it is, you want to be sure you're acknowledging that and let us celebrate that with you because we don't know, right? Anybody else? Anybody else got anyone before we move on?
Oh, let me jump in and make sure that people are clear on why we do this first. There is a law. I didn't think I was going to train, but I should. It's called the law of recognition. The law of recognition. Write it in your notes. And what the law of recognition says is that anything in your life that is not recognized is slowly leaving your life. Anything in your life that's not recognized is slowly leaving your life. So if you think about the things that you like that you've done and you don't recognize them, don't let that happen. So let me while I'm celebrating, let me celebrate. I got my money back from my job. I got my credit cards all the way down to nothing. Now, here's the thing about it. While I was doing it, nobody was celebrating that but me. Every time. Like I paid them on the 1st, the 7th, the 10th, the 12th. Every time I got some money, I was like, get the hell out of my life. I don't want it. But doing those things is such an empowering thing just to know and understand that once you know better and do better, you feel better because your self-esteem is a reflection of how often you do the things that you know you should do. So recognize it, make sure to celebrate it because the sad reality of the life that we live in on TV, they're not going to celebrate that you have a 0 credit card balance and an 800 credit score, but we are. They're not going to celebrate that you can pay all your bills for the month with 1/2 of your check from the beginning of the month, but we will. So check the check. Let's get 3 checks ahead, 4 checks ahead. Imagine if you paid your bills for the year in January.
Come on now.
Be going on trips.
Come on now.
So again, celebrate, make sure, jump. Don't hesitate, don't step back, because here's what society urges us to do. Don't talk about the things that you're doing because that's boastful. No. Talk about the things that you're doing that make progress so that you can be an example so that other people hear your voice and they know that recognition is critical. And the most important person to recognize for the success that you create is you. We got to stop talking about what's going on at the White House. Got to talk about what's going on at y'all house. Stop talking about the bank on Main Street. Get the money flowing down your street. Let's go. Talk about it. Let's go. I'm excited.
Let's go.
I love it.
Also, I saw Monifa just posted that she was able to finally figure out how to download some stuff to take advantage of the maxes. That's what I'm talking about, boy. See, that's something that people won't even know. Hey, if you don't know how to download, you don't know how to download. That can be confusing. So any little celebration is worth celebrating because it makes you better. And that's our objective, is for you to get better, right? Because right now we running out of 2020, right? It's just about done. We just about at the end of it. And I know a lot of people are looking to get out of the year because of all the challenges. They're looking to get out of the year like, man, if I could just make it to 2021, my Lord, Jesus, help me. It'll be so much better next year. But let me let you guys know, just so you're not fooled, just because the year changed, that doesn't mean the challenges do. See, it's just a change in a date. A lot of people think that on January 1st, everything changes. No, You have to change in order to see a change. So we getting better every day. I always tell people, don't necessarily look at the struggles that you went through as something bad, because it made you stronger. It made you better. But what we're going to do today is we're going to start 2021. As far as your business, we starting that today. We starting that right now, because you don't have to wait to a certain date to relaunch your business or to get things elevated to the next level. We're not starting over, we just elevating to the next level. We're going to receive all the blessings that we got this year. We're going to embrace them. We're going to take them. Thank you oh so much. We're going to take a bow and we're going to keep it moving, right? So for everybody that's been winning, everybody that's been just, and not winning necessarily saying you got promoted to the level you want to get promoted, but you put forth the effort to make it happen for you. You got to celebrate the effort that went in. So as we go into 2021, we want to run into the year, not just make it to the year. We don't want to struggle to the end. We want to go into 2021 with some momentum, right? If that's you and you want some momentum going in now, give me the thumbs up. Let me see, right? Because you already used the maxes, which is great, right? A lot of you guys on the team already maximized all the maxes. I do want you to understand that at the beginning of the year, there'll probably be a new W-4. So you might have to resubmit your information for a new W-4. You're supposed to change it every year. You're supposed to check it every year. So a lot of experts will do that check on it again at the beginning of the year. But until then, we about to take your business to the next level. And what we have to remember is that we are in a contact sport. So we must contact people, right? And what we're going to do is strategically and intentionally make contact with not different people, some of the same people. Because when it comes to making your list, which is what our whole industry is built on, everyone goes through a life change every 3 to 6 months. Everyone does. So our first thing that we're going to finish off tonight, if, you know what I'm saying, because your mission, if you choose to accept it, is that we want to help you get at least 3 business partners before the end of next week. Like coming into next week, you're going to have 3 new partners for you to work with. But in order to do that, we're going to have to contact a whole lot of people. So the first thing we got to do is make a list, right? Matter of fact, this is my new list. I'm writing out, this is the second page of it. This is the first page, right? I'm writing out the list on the 50, 15, 5. Want you guys to print out the list. You need 2 of these. Print out the 50, 15, 5. If you do not know where to get the list, put in the comment, well, just let us know. We're going to put in the comments where you can get the list, because you got to print it out. You want to be able to track your progress as you go through it. It's something about pen to paper. Don't say I got it in my phone. Don't say I already, I already wrote out a list. Rewrite the list. Even just looking at a fresh piece of paper make you feel better about making calls, okay? And when you're making the list, we want it to be a warm market list. So people that you already know, people you're already familiar with, people that you talk to all the time or some of the time. A warm market list. Hope y'all writing this down. Guys still letting people in, right? A warm market list is what you want to come up with. 100 people on the list. And I tell you guys why I'm sharing this with you, because this is what I was going to do. This is what I was doing anyway, right? Anytime I want to get more activity in my business, I say, you know what I need to do? I need some new people to work with. Let me make a list. And I was going to do it for myself, but I figured, why not invite people to make this run with me? I just don't want 5 new business partners next week. I want all y'all to have 5 new business partners next week. If you think 5 people on your team brand new could help blow your business up and keep you excited for the next 3 months, give me a thumbs up, right? Because that's all you really need. And at this time of year, because people do those life changes, because people go through those life changes, they're looking for something. Y'all know at the beginning of the year, most people have those New Year's resolutions. Who's familiar with the New Year's resolutions, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to get out of debt. Or I'm going to make more money. Whatever it is, it's something dealing physical. Most likely it's your weight. And it's something dealing financial, right? So we want to already have in mind what we can help them with. And the membership alone can help them with that aspect, all right? So we want to be sure that we maximize that. So even people that you've already spoken with before, they get to go back on your list. Yes, that's why your list could be it's gonna feel fresh because it's people that might have already seen the business 3 months ago. People that might have seen the business 6 months ago. People that might even seen the business a year ago goes back on the list. Because again, the life change is gonna happen. Imagine this. Imagine if my brother would not have decided, you know what? I think Sean need to see this again. Imagine how he would, if he did not make that phone call to Sean Hill again to say, hey, Sean, you need to take a look at this thing again. He caught him in a life change. Let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever, or anyone that you might have talked to, let's say over the last 2 to 3 months, maybe even 6 months, and you showed them MWR, and they said, I don't know, really, I really don't have time, whatever their excuse was. But then 3 months later, they call you up and say, hey man, I need you to take a look at something. It's this coffee and it's great. It's the best coffee in the world. We're gonna be rich. Is that happened to any of you guys where you showed MWR and they came back to you with something that was like, I can't believe you're doing the coffee thing, right? Or I can't believe you're doing the travel thing. It's a pandemic, everybody traveling, right?
Right.
But this is the thing. It's not the fact that they did not like what we were doing with MWR. It's the fact that it was the wrong time for them to look at something. Our business is for everybody. Who can agree that you feel like our business is for everybody, right?
Yes.
But it might not be the right time in their life. So don't exclude them by not putting them back on the list, okay? Any questions about the list and making a list? 100 names. We want to be sure that you put it on the 50, 15, 5. As a matter of fact, Rick, could you put that link for the 50, 15, 5 in the chat? Just so everybody can say they got it.
Yep, it's page 2 of the roadmap. So I'll post it right now. Here it comes.
Page 2 of the roadmap. That's so confusing. I see 2 of you, and it was really funny because I see you now. So what are you doing? Okay. Right. So that's step 1. We're gonna make the list tonight. Now between Monday through Thursday, we want to call 25 people every day. So out of that list, you want to call 25 people. Don't want you to feel overwhelmed. You might call 10 in the morning or 10 in the evening and 5 before you go to bed. However you want to work it out, you want to be sure you dial 25 numbers.
Wait,
now,
Chuck.
You dial the 25 numbers.
They got scared. They said, Chuck, I ain't ever called 25 people in one day. One day? How am I call 25 people in one day? Why can I call 25 people in one day? Why is this possible?
It's so simple to do when you're intentional about your conversation, right? A lot of times we get called calling 25 people and we end up finding ourselves just talking on the phone. This is not the time, this week is not the time to necessarily just talk on the phone, okay? Because it's people that you talk to all the time, we want to have a direct conversation because we're inviting them to one of the events that's happening this week. I'm gonna lay out all the events in the calendar that we got all week, so you know what you can invite people to. I'm gonna put that in the group chat after we finish this conversation. But you want to make 25 calls, okay? 25 phone calls. If you do 25 calls times 4 days, that's 100 people. Let me be honest with you. It should not take longer than about an hour to an hour, 10 minutes to call 25 people. It should take no longer than an hour to an hour, 10 minutes to call 25 people. Because what's going to happen is 50% of them, you're going to get a voicemail. 50% of your phone calls is going to be a voicemail. When you get a voicemail, I want you to be very direct with your voicemail. Your voicemail is going to be really, really simple. We're not trying to peak a voicemail. My voicemail is this right here. Listen. Hey, what's going on, man? It's Chuck Harden. Give your boy a holler back as soon as you check this. 404-403-0279. Holla at your boy. Peace. That's a voicemail. Let me ask you, did I say anything about MWR?
Nope.
Did I say anything about income share?
Nope.
Did I say anything about cash flow?
Nope.
Now, because I want you to talk to me. You cannot peek a voicemail. Second thing I want you to notice about my voicemail is it was very high energy and upbeat.
Right.
That makes you different than everybody else. Think about this. Think about if you went to the movies and your phone rang a few times, you get out the movies, you go check your voicemail. This is normally how it works. You check your voicemail, you go, "Doo, hi, this is Karen. Give me a call back when you get a chance. Talk to you soon. Doo, hey, what's going on? It's Billy. Give me a call back so you get a chance. You got the number. Holler at me. Doo, hey, what's going on? It's Chuck Harden. Give me a holler back as soon as you check this. 404-403-0279. Holler at your boy. Peace." Who are you gonna call back first?
Chuck.
Yeah.
It's a means to an end, right? So you want to be high beating. They might even call you back like something's wrong, right? And if you're saying, well, Chuck, that's not my personality, it's gonna work 10 times better for you because it's something different. They would call like, "Man, what's going on? Everything's great? Everything good? Man, yeah, I'm glad you called, boy. Everything perfect. I'm glad you called, right?" So then we get to pick them because they call back, all right? So we're gonna call 25 people. We're not gonna dial any number more than once. So you call them one time and you move to the next number. So don't call the same 10 people Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Leave them one message. Let me let you know, they got your message. They see you call. It's okay if they pick up. We want to make sure we're doing the contacts, right? 25 people. Now, the next day, when you're making your phone calls, before you make your calls, you're going to shoot a text to everyone that didn't pick up the line. That's why you need to have your page on paper, because you can put left message, and then the next day, you're going to shoot all of them a text. The ones that did not pick up the phone that you left a voicemail, you're going to send all of them a text. This is what your text is going to say. I got this from Sean T. Hill a long time ago. It's the perfect, because it fits in the characters. This is what your text message is going to say. I left you a message the other day. If you're anything like me, you hadn't checked your voicemail all year. LOL. How quickly can you hit me back? That's a Sean Hill classic right there.
Classics.
Sean Hill, right? I left you a message the other day. If you're anything like me, you hadn't checked your voicemail all year.
LOL.
LOL.
Okay.
How quickly can you hit me back? That's the text. Then you're gonna call your next 25 people. So we made 2 contacts with them in 2 days. Any questions on the text message? Nope. Great. Awesome. And you're going to invite them to one of the 2 events, right? Rick, do you want to talk to them about the inviting process quickly, or you want me to take care of that?
I'll talk about it quickly, and it's in context, because here's the gift that we have at this time of year. Most people have more time than they normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've been doing the 4-3-2 countdown, 4-3-2-1 countdown all year. But real talk, there's 4 days left this year. 2 of those days, people won't be working, and we have the opportunity to help them launch into next year. Now, when it comes to the inviting process, there's really 8 phases to it, but you can simplify it by the technique that we use. One of the reasons, how many of you got my message that it is Serious Business Sunday, or Money Making Monday, or Run Tell That Tuesday? Here's my goal every day. I know that I need at least 2 events that I'm inviting people to. So I'm inviting people to have the same party with me to make it easy for people to understand our process. So when I invite people to our conversation, the first thing I do is I express a sense of urgency. So when you finally get somebody on the phone, man, I'm glad I caught you because I don't have a lot of time. Number 1, sense of urgency. Be in a hurry. Number 2, compliment the prospect. Think about this. All the people on your list are on your list for a reason, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Tell them why. Tell them why. Most people are starved for acknowledgement of who they are to you. So let them know. I'm glad I caught you because you've always been serious about business and making money moves. And we're about to move on this money to come out of 2020 into 2021 like a rocket. And because of the things that you've done, I thought it was important that I get in touch with you before next year to see if you want to run with us or you just want to watch.
That's good.
Step 3. So step 1 was be in a hurry. Step 2, compliment the prospect. Step 3, make the invitation. You don't have to dilly-dally, walk through the alley and talk to Sally. Let them know. We've been focused. We found a way to increase our cash flow during a pandemic. And because of the number of people that you have their ear, I thought it was important that you hear what we're planning to do next year.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 income shifting conversations this evening, one at 6 and one at 7:30 p.m. Which one fits your schedule best? Make the invitation. Now, here's the best thing about making 2 invitations. This is what I've learned in 20 years of being in business. If I was having a grand opening event and I had one thing to invite people to, that would be at the one time that they had another appointment, had to be at work, had to get a tooth pulled, or their wife was cooking cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
But by having 2 things, they get the option to make a choice about what thing they want to attend. So by you having 2 things, that's why every day we got 2 income shifting conversations and a training. I invite new prospects to trainings, especially financial edge trainings, just so you know, just so people get an idea about what we're doing. Then the next thing you do, let them know. I'm going to send you a text with the information for the Zoom. So you made the invitation. They made a choice, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Which one works better for you? I'm going to send you a text with the invitation. Now, what's the best number for me to send you that message? And I prefer their phone over their messenger or their email. Why?
Because they always got it.
Because their phone is like my phone. It's within 3 feet of their body 99% of the time for most Americans. Okay, I sent you the text message and I'll send you a reminder about 10 minutes before the Zoom opens up, because with technical difficulties, let's tap in about 5 minutes before it starts so that we can find each other in the chat, because it might be 100 people on here. I don't know if I see you. Inviting is easy when you have an agenda. So all you got to do is up front, be in a hurry. I don't have a long time. I'm running to the next event. Number 2, compliment the prospect. Number 3, make the invitation. What thing am I inviting them to? Alternative choices. Brian Bean teaches alternative choices, and it's genius. Why?
They'll pick one.
They'll pick one, and the one that they pick is the one that they picked. Confirm the number that you're sending the invitation to, even if you just called them on it. Is this the best number for me to send you the text invite? They join and then get there early. Some of our best Zooms happen before the Zoom, because there's 3 categories of meeting. There's a meeting before the meeting, and the meeting after the meeting. And the people that get there early get a chance to meet us as we're getting set up. We get a chance to talk about where they're going so that we're real people, because unfortunately, 2020 is what it is, and we can't be in the living room. But we can be real people in the Zoom. And they can learn ahead of time that before every Zoom, I'm usually doing yoga or calisthenics and playing music. And if we can get good at being real people in a virtual world, having fun, making money, helping people, and learning the things that we did not learn in school, we can win. We're on the 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown for real. We count down to the year that people want to escape and the year that they want to launch into. And imagine if we do this. If in our first 30 days, they get in the fitness challenge and the financial fitness challenge. They go to work on their bodies, and we go to work on the body of work that is their money. We increase their paycheck. We increase their credit score. We decrease their interest rate and get them out of debt completely. They get financially fit, and whether the scale goes up and down or not, the cash That's what I want to talk about. That's inviting. But matter of fact, that's inviting. But then I had to find my next inviting song. It was on the other computer. That was why I changed computers. That's
So I have a quick little conference call that I put together on how to get the invite, because this is the thing. It's all about the numbers. Right now, we have 4 days before the end of the year, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to be sure that we're contacting the people. I know a lot of times we can get on the phone, we can catch up with people, and this is what can easily happen. Let me just ask to see if this happens to you guys. You get on the phone, girl, how you been? I've been good. Yada, yada, yada. How your mama? Mama good. How your cousin? Cousin great. How your kids? Kids doing good. They playing football right now. He playing quarterback. He scored a touchdown. Yada, 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 yada. Y'all on the phone 20 minutes. Then you hear this. They were like, "Ooh, that's my mama. Let me call you right back." Do you think they're gonna call you back? No. Who has that happened to when you call to pique interest, but that has happened to you because you got caught in conversation? Has that ever happened to you? Give me a thumbs up. Right? So again, in your mindset, you was like, well, I've been working my business for 20 minutes when you've actually just been talking on the phone for 20 minutes. So with these calls, you want to be very deliberate, right? I know I used to do a power hour every Monday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And in that time frame, most of the people that attended the power hour, we got about at least 18 to 20 calls in, right? I know Jared attended a lot. He was new and started attending the power hour. Jared, were they effective for you?
Very effective. Very effective.
Because what did we do?
We got on the phone and we called folks, man. I mean, and got on and off.
We got on the phone. We got on the Zoom just like this, and all of us had it muted, and we was just making phone calls. It'd be 5 of us, 10 of us, 8 of us, whatever it is. We just knocking out calls.
Yep.
But you got to be intentional with your phone call. You got to be deliberate because we got to get through 25 numbers, right? And the law of large numbers will never fail you. I promise you it won't. We have to just make sure we're taking time out to make the calls, right? And I'm going to end with an analogy from a guy that was a pitcher, right? His name was Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux, Atlanta Braves pitcher. Y'all know I'm born and raised in Atlanta, A-Town, peace up, A-Town down, representing, right? He's going to go down in the Hall of Fame as one of the best pitchers. What was unique about him is that he did not have a very good fastball. You know, his fastball was like 90 miles an hour, where people throw like up to 105, 110. But he was in a game and they lost the game, right? And this was stuck out to me about the game. They lost the game. And they came up to Greg as he was changing clothes. They was like, so Greg, how'd you do in the game? How'd you feel like you did? He said 74 out of 78. And kept packing up his stuff, right? He was mad, angry because he was losing. They was like, say it again, 74 out of 78, right? When they finally got to interview him after he calmed down, he said it again, 74 out of 78. And they said, well, what do you mean? Y'all lost by like 12. So you only got 4 hits? He was like, no. He said, the ball released from my hand 74 times the way I wanted it to be released. So I threw a wrong ball 4 times. So what he was focusing on was all he could control. He can control whether they hit the ball. He can control whether the outfielder missed the catch. He can't control any of that. All he could control is how he released the ball. How that works for us is all we can control is if we dial the number. That's all you can control. You can't control whether they pick up the phone. You can't control if they're interested. You can't control if they schedule allows them to make one of the events. All you can control is if you make the call. So this week, I want you to just focus on what you can control. And again, the large numbers will never fail you. So if you want to hear that recording I did of how to do an invite, it's about a 10-minute session of me coaching one of our partners on how to get 20 phone calls in an hour, right? Has anybody ever heard that training before? Anybody ever used that? Heard it? Let me see. Anybody? How about this? Was it effective for you?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes, sir. Very.
Because it keeps it really, really simple that when you make a phone call, you keep control of the conversation. All right. That's all the little voicemail is supposed to do. So you can listen to it over and over again. You just hit play. Just shoot me a text or send me a message on Facebook, not in the group. Send it to me directly, personally, and I'll send you the link so that you can listen in on. It's only 10 or 15 minutes. But I was having this conversation so many times, I said, let me just record it, and then I can just send it to anybody who want to hear it. But this is how you can have an effective power hour, by getting your 20, 25 calls in a 1 hour time frame. And that's all we're gonna focus on this week, is just making contact with people and invite them to the event. Like Hashan said, we're gonna invite everybody and let God sort them out. All right. So we're gonna make the list tonight, at least 100 names. The link is in the chat for what you put your name, what you put it on. Right. Here's a recording that we talked about. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Hey Lee, thank you, appreciate that. Right. Lee, was it helpful for you? When you listened to it, was it helpful?
It's really good. You just have to use it.
You got to use it, right? So you can listen to it even before you make your call. Just listen to it again. It's only 10 minutes, but it's going to give you that, okay, these are 20 people I'm going to call. This how I'm going to make this. We want to get you in the habit of doing business, doing your business hours. And I'm going to put the list of all the events for the entire week. I'm going to list them out. I will send the link the morning of, just so it doesn't get confusing. But you'll know all the events this evening. Just these are all the things you can invite people to all week. All right. That way we run it into 2021 with momentum, with new partners, with new prospects, with new customers, because who's ready to take their business to a new level? In order to do that, we got to do some new things. We got to do some different things in order to make that happen. Do I have any questions on what we're going to do this week to launch your business into 2021? Don't be shy. Is it pretty simple? We got simple instructions?
Yep. I think so, Chuck. Just being consistent. Like the presentation you did in Atlanta, last month? Yeah. Consistency,
Consistency is key. And it's the thing, all of us are doing the same thing. I'm doing the exact same thing because I want all of us stay in phase one. So phase one with new people at the beginning of the year with the mindset of people want to get out of debt. People want to increase their cash flow. You can't wait till January 3rd to give them a phone call. Then already decided what they're going to do. You can't wait till January 15th to say, I got something for you to do this year. They're already doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
So we want to make those calls this week so they know they joining this movement coming up into the new year. All right?
You know when I started to believe in the power hour? When I came back from Africa and called you and you told me Chris Mooring had 135 people on her team.
That'll wake it up.
I'm like, are you kidding me? That's how I met her. I mean, that's how she got interested during a power hour.
That will wake it up for sure.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right. Anybody got any questions about what we're doing this week? Anybody ready? Or not anybody, everybody ready.
Yeah, yo.
Give me a thumbs up. All right. So look, you guys, we want to keep this kind of real quick, real basic. That's why I didn't have no system training, no nothing. We're going to make a list of 100 people. We're going to call 25 people every day. For the people we did not speak with on the day before, we're going to shoot them a text. I left your voicemail on yesterday. If you're anything like me, you hadn't checked your voicemail all year. LOL.
LOL.
How quickly can you hit me back? You want to talk to them any way possible. You want to get them on the phone so they can hear your excitement. They can hear your passion about what we do. And we want to invite them to something this week. If they've already came and saw something, if they saw MWR or income shifting 3 months ago, this is what I'm telling you. Man, you got to see this new stuff we're doing in 2020. Boy, it's going to blow you away. It's the same shit. I mean, it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff that we did. They don't remember. Right? So you don't got to make it see. They don't remember how our income shifting process works anyway. So I'm just saying we get some new stuff in 2021, bro. You don't want to miss this. What day better for you? Thursday or Friday? Tuesday or Wednesday? Monday or Thursday? And you can base it on your schedule. Which events are you going to be on? So you can invite based on your schedule. All right? All right, y'all. Y'all ready? You sure?
Yep.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Any questions at all? Who is committed to making their list tonight and finishing that list tonight?
I am.
Okay.
Gotta get on it.
After you make your list, I want you to take a picture of your list and text it to me.
Yes, we'll do.
Picture of your new list and text it to me.
Okay.
Give me an hour.
Yeah, accountability is what it's called. Accountability.
Look, that's confirmation because I mentioned that list earlier today to the team. So that means
There we go.
Confirmation. We need it. Thanks.
All right, you guys. Well, that's it. Look here. We are ready to go to the next level. This whole team, the whole organization, I think everybody's ready to be in that next place. And since I forgot to start off with the Power Builders Creed, I think I have to end with the Power Builders Creed, just so you know what the organization is all about. Then we're gonna blow this thing up and we're gonna dip. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, this is the creed. I'm a power builder. I live my life with the attitude of gratitude and expectation, thanking God for his power that flows through me. I make a daily commitment to build up my God-given powers and the powers of those around me. I build my mind, my body, my spirit, my business. I build my world. I'm a power builder. Speed plus strength plus precision equals power. I would not have been given the powers I possess if I was not expected to use it. Now, along with great power does come great responsibility. I choose to use my powers for the forces of good, forever increasing my world for the better forever, forever increasing love, wealth, health, success, and abundance. I'm a power builder, and I invite you to join the movement. Yes, that's the creed. If you need a copy of that, let me know. Shoot me a text. I'll send you a copy of that. Now we about to blow this thing up. For all you guys that are brand new, it does require you to stand up a little, not a little bit, a lot. You got to stand up because this is the best kept secret of 2020. We're not keeping the secret no more. We're going to blow this thing up because all the energy is real. So in order to properly blow it up, you got to stand up. Okay. Stand up. There we go. There we go.
But Chuck, I'm driving.
Okay. Don't stand up if you drive. But just know, okay. Now the movement of blowing up is real simple, right? Because what I want you to think of is all the stuff in front of you that's been holding you back. All the procrastination, all the hesitation, all the fear, everything that kept you from getting everything you want out of life in 2020, we're gonna blow that, we're gonna blow it up right now. Why I'm cussing a lot. We're gonna blow that thing up. And this is how you do it. It's a real slow movement. It's a real powerful movement. You're gonna take both hands and make a fist just like this, right? And then you start from the bottom and you raise them all the way up. And you go, you slam it down and go, boom! And you yell to the top of your voice. You yell to the top of your voice and be like, boom! I want you to yell so loud that your kids get scared. That they run into the room and think something wrong. Right? And then they're gonna ask, what happened? You just said, we just blew it up. We're gonna make Zoom shut down, we're gonna blow it up so loud. Right? So y'all ready for it? Here we go. All together now. All the energy, all your power, all your love. Here we go. Let's go. Boom. Let me tell you, I know y'all like blowing it up. Now the thing about blowing it up is you don't stick around after you blow some shit up. You gotta roll.
Ain't stick around.
Blood of a rug.
I did a lot of fireworks when I was little. That wasn't supposed real illegal. So you can't stick around because somebody coming to see what was that, right? So it's all good. It's all good. I'm cutting recording off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we always had a meeting after me, but anybody got anything they want to share, anything that needs to be